Hello, and welcome to Patlite Tech Tips Live. My name is Daisy, and I'm the Technical Support Engineer for Patlite USA. I'm also your host for today's webinar. During this event, please feel free to enter any questions that you have into the chat box, and I will do my best to answer at the end. There's also additional contact information on our main YouTube page, youtube.com/@PatliteUSA. There's also going to be additional contact information at the end. So welcome to today's presentation. Today we are going over the BSV and other Patlite audibles. So did you hear the news? It's incoming! Or maybe you didn't hear it. That's where the BSV comes into play. The BSV is a small profile speaker, perfect for fitting onto any AGV. It is field programmable with MP3 files with an SD card, and it can have up to 63 seconds of playback time. Now that playback time does depend on the bitrate of the MP3 file, and then you can have all that playback time across 15 individual messages. There's also a long playback version of the BSV. The long playback has up to 520 seconds of playback time, and that same form factor as the standard BSV. To get your hands on one of these, there is the part breakdown. It is BSV-24, then either N for NPN wiring or P for PNP wiring. Leaving the next part blank gives you the standard BSV, the one with the 63 seconds of playback time. Putting an L gives you the longer playback form of the 520 seconds. Then finally, you can have a D for dark gray, W for white, or S for silver. Some additional accessories for the BSV and other Patlite audible devices is the SD card from Patlite. This is the SDV-2GP. It is the only SD card that we can guarantee will work, but you can use other SD cards available on the market. There's also a power supply, ADP-001C. This C just means that the ADP comes with this additional cable that has flying leads. Again, this is just if you need the additional power supply that you don't have on an AGV or a panel, for example. And then we have an additional accessory, the editor software, Playlist Editor 2. This software can be free to download from our website, and it is compatible with all Patlite MP3 devices. This playlist editor gives you more flexibility to control different parameters. Because it is used with all the Patlite devices, from the drop-down menu you can select which device you're looking to program, and as you're programming it, it shows the onboard memory of the Patlite device, regardless of SD card size. Additional parameters, you can customize the different phrases per channel that can play back. You can have someone individually record line 1, 2, or 3, low oil, stopped, and then mix and match these as the need arises. You can have line 1 stopped, line 3 low oil. You can think of it almost like the DMV, where you have now serving B22 at window number 31, and mix and match as needed. Other parameters include message channel repetition. You can have it repeat once, twice, or just infinite number of times. You can also include a gap between these playbacks that is up to an hour long. To be more specific, it is 3,600 seconds. So where would you hear something like this? Something like moving walkway safety. Passengers may not be aware of the approaching end of a moving walkway, which could pose a potential safety hazard to themselves and other passengers. Putting a tiny speaker like the BSV at the end of these walkways, just having the message repeat back, "The moving walkway is now ending. Please look down. The moving walkway is now ending. Please look down." Just having that repeating back over and over again alerts any passengers to be aware of the change in their surroundings. With a different Patlite audible, the AGV, if an employee were to leave the back door propped open in a warehouse, in an office space, if they just want to step outside for some fresh air, or if they're waiting for a delivery, leaving the back door propped open, you can have unwanted people come in. You can have, a new pet cat for the shop. By having this audible at the end, or audible in the back door, you can have the message playback: "Door open, please close door. Door open, please close door," just over and over again. This can alert the surrounding and keep anybody away that shouldn't be there. There's also enhanced messaging with the BSV. Shop panels are manufactured and shipped worldwide, and not every region uses the same language. This can lead to missignaling due to a lack of proper communication. Having MP3 messages uploaded on site per region ensures messaging reaches all employees. By removing this language barrier, employees can focus more on doing the task at hand instead of worrying on what the task is. So now we'll do a quick live demonstration on how to program the BSV. So here I have my BSV. This is a BSV-24P for PNP wiring. I have my pre-programmed SD card from Patlite here. And I have my BSV pre-wired going to an ADP-001 power supply and this limit switch. Now with just power applied, I'm going to go ahead and insert the SD card. Oops. There was 2 short beeps, and this is followed by a long pause. This pause can be up to a minute long, just depending on the quality of the MP3 files and how many there are. And then there will be a long beep once that process is finished. That was a loud beep. So now I can go ahead and remove the SD card because the Patlite BSV has recorded onto its onboard memory. And now if I toggle the limit switch,
foreign contaminant. Foreign contaminant.
Now it doesn't have to be a limit switch, it can be any other type of switch. It can be through a relay. Any type of contact closure to activate the messaging for the BSV can be used. Again, just taking into consideration the PNP or the NPN wiring. So other audibles from Patlite include this MP3 horn, the EHV. This is V for voice. So you can upload your custom MP3s to this horn. You can have up to 63 messages spread across all the different channels. And is rated for up to 110 decibels. Then there is the LKEH-FV. This is V for voice. The LKEH-FV is a hybrid light tower with MP3 horn built into its body. It can have up to 4 tiers, red, yellow, green, and blue. And it can have up to 32 messages and is rated for up to 105 decibels. And finally, we have the RT-VF, again, V for voice. It is a hybrid beacon with an MP3 horn built in. It is available with one of these 4 colored lenses, red, yellow, green, or blue. And it can have up to 15 messages. And this horn is rated for up to 105 decibels. Now we are reaching the end. We are approaching the end of these, not moving walkway, but presentation. We have the BSV that is rated for 12 to 24 volt DC. If it is panel mounted, it is IP54. Now it has 4 channel playback wires. That's why you have the 4-bit inputs. Moving it into binary input mode, you can have those 15 messages. The BSV is 87 decibels loud, and the standard has 63 seconds of playback time. With the L version, that extended playback version, you can have up to 520 seconds. The EHV, available as either 12 to 24 volt DC or 100 to 240 AC. The EHV horn is IP65, and it is rated for outdoor use, perfect for that back of warehouse door example from earlier. With the EHV set to binary playback, you can have those 63 messages, and it is our loudest horn at 110 decibels, and it has 220 seconds of playback time. LKEH is available as a 24 volt DC or 100 AC. It is IP53, and it has 5-bit input channel wires. Setting it to binary mode, you have 31 different messages available. It is 105 decibels loud, and you have 63 seconds of playback time. The RT-VF is available as 24 volt DC or 100 AC. It is IP23, and similar to the BSV, it has 4 channel wires. And then setting it to binary mode, you have the 15 different messages. It is 105 decibels loud. It was a total playback time of 63 seconds. As we approach the end here, if you could follow us on our social media pages, we would greatly appreciate it. Here's the QR codes for our LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook pages. We do post lots of fun stuff every week. And you can also follow us here on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button if you could. We post content every week. And some other resources you can reach us at. For any sales inquiries, you can reach us at sales@patlite.com. For other technical inquiries, there is technical@patlite.com. And there's always 24/7 support here on YouTube, youtube.com/@PatliteUSA. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Daisy. I've been technical support engineer